full of bullshit, and we're here to call it out. Real talk, raw truth, and plenty of spice. Welcome to She Thrives.
We're your hosts, Caitlin
Mindy?
And Harrison.
And today we're talking about something that feels really good this time of year, spring reset, not just cleaning out your house, but decluttering your mind, your space, and your schedule.
Spring is kind of the season where everybody starts to feel the urge to reset, get organized, and kind of just get their life back together. And honestly, some of us probably need it more than others. Sometimes I walk in someone's house and be like, I need to do some spring cleaning.
I love spring cleaning. Side note, my voice does not sound the best today. We came home from the Bahamas, had a couple days, had to go to California for Adam's uncle's retirement party for LAPD, and I got sick while I was there. So still fighting it, but I sound better than I did. So, yeah, I think spring cleaning is like my thing. I think this is where I shine, is in the home cleaning, organizing section.
Definitely.
I'm a little, maybe a lot anal when it comes to that, but I just feel like that's the best time to do it. It really does. Spring just feels so different. You know, I feel like people are getting everything ready in the spring. They're like, oh, it's time to get in shape. Summer's coming around the corner, you know. Why not get your house into shape too?
Yeah.
Agreed.
I love a good closet purge. I did it the other day and I got rid of 3 trash sacks. And I'm like, I didn't even know I had this much clothes to get rid of, but now I need to replace them all. So
That's the best part. Yeah.
That is the best part. Adam's like, you always get bags and bags and bags out, but somehow it's just as packed after you do that. I'm like, yeah, because I be shopping.
We have to replace what we just got rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just did that to all the kids. So
I feel like winter, maybe kind of like Bear, you go into hibernation mode. Actually, after I take all my Christmas stuff down, I really love to do a deep cleaning as well.
yeah.
But it's more like, it's not quite as intense as my spring cleaning stuff.
I feel like spring is more too about like organization and decluttering, and it's not really like that in the winter.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like physical clutter affects your mental clarity?
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
When I'm in a cluttery house, like, it's okay if somebody else lives there, but when I walk in there, it almost gives me like this anxious feeling, which I know is my issues, but I feel so much better in a clean home. Like, everything feels better.
I feel like it depends on the clutter, because like if I walk into like a little old grandma's house and it's like cozy clutter and not just like junk and shit, it's like her cute little antiques or something like that, like that doesn't stress me out. But if I like walk into someone's house and there's just like their jackets are thrown everywhere and their shoes and their kids' toys, which I get, like that happens. My house looks like that sometimes, but some people are just fine like living like that every single day, and it drives me insane. I feel like I cannot be a good mom when my house is a mess because I just feel overstimulated, and then it's the kids just add to that. So I feel like I just function much better if my home is clean and organized.
Yeah. If your space is a mess, I feel like your mind's a mess, you know?
Yeah.
Even on Sundays, Sunday's my sheet washing day. And even on Sundays, if we go somewhere early, you know, if we decide to go shooting or go for a Can-Am ride or whatever it might be, and I haven't thrown my sheets in yet, I won't make my bed because I'm going to pull my sheets off. But even when we come home from that, if like my bed is chaos, it feels different.
It's also like, for whatever reason, cozier at night to get in your bed after you've made it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It feels
If I don't get around to my sheets early, and it's like later putting them on, I still have to completely make my bed. It drives Adam nuts. He's like, why do you have to make it for us to get into it? But
That's how I am.
I'm like you. I feel like if you get into like a mess bed, you've got like
Most
the wrinkles in there and yeah, just not, it's just,
You get tangled in the sheets.
yeah.
do you guys feel the urge to reset at spring?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like necessarily spring. I just feel like every couple of months, like if my closet's feeling a little tight, I'm like, okay, let's go through and get rid of stuff. Same with the boys, or like even like how our couches, they came with so many pillows.
Yeah.
And I just like had them for so long. And I was like, this is like too much pillows. I can't deal with these pillows anymore. But then I also was like, I'm not going to store them because I'm not going to use them. I don't want this much pillows on my couch. So I got rid of them and I gave them to the boys, which they were so excited about. But
I'm
even
sure they were.
stuff like that, I'm like, I am probably too good at throwing stuff away because sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I went to throw that away or given it away.
That's a different feeling too. I feel like, you have a time where you feel like, okay, I need to go through like clothes or the kids' toys or, whatever. But then there's that time where you're like, okay, I've been hanging on to all this stuff that I'm like, oh, maybe if I move or maybe if,
Right.
that. And then you're like, no, I've had this for 7 years.
I mean, well, I've had this pink sweater in my closet for like 3 years, never worn it. And I'm always like, oh, it would be super cute with like this certain thing or this certain thing. And finally, last time I went through my closet, I'm like, okay, I've put this on 700 times and never walked out the door with it because I hate it. I'm not going to keep it any longer.
Yeah.
It needs to go.
I'm like you with that kind of stuff. I feel like I maybe throw too much stuff away. I'm not a big one I think this is why I take so many pictures, because I'm not a big person that holds on to shit and stuff. I like pictures and memories, like even my mom and dad, I'm like, okay, there's not really anything that I want, that they have when they pass away, but like I love all my pictures and, I think that's why I'm over picture taker.
Yeah.
Over picture taker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that fits, yeah.
Yeah, I have like this cute little ring that my grandma wore on her pinky that I got, when she passed away. But I don't know. I'm just not like a stuff keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me neither. Even with like kids stuff, like I kept a ton after I had Brixton just because I knew I wanted to have more kids. But now that I'm done having kids, like I've kept like a couple little onesies or things that I like loved when they were newborns that they both wore. But I don't have like totes and totes and totes of baby clothes and baby stuff because I'm the same way. I'm just like, I want a couple of things, but it's not like in 20 years from now when my kids have kids, I highly doubt they're going to be like, hey, Mom, do you have 7 totes of our clothes?
Yeah. I kept my kids as like their blessing outfits, and that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
It's funny. I was helping a girlfriend move. This is years ago. And she lived about 4 hours away. And I drove up and helped. She was single, was helping her pack her house. And she was like, there was all this little baby shit in her grown kid's closet. And I was like, what is this? And she's like, oh, that's the outfit that she wore the first time she went to Disneyland. And then I was like, what is this? And she's like, oh, it's the outfit, and I'm like, take a damn picture, put it in a scrapbook, and donate it. So we really did declutter as we were moving. But do you guys have any tips for like decluttering your space?
I think just even if you pick just like one room each day or something, because I think that a lot of people feel so overwhelmed with spring cleaning, especially like if you have a larger house. I live in like a pretty small house that doesn't have a lot of storage. So I feel like it's easier for me to, clean stuff out because I don't have stuff in every nook and cranny. But some people who have larger houses or just have a lot of stuff, I feel like sometimes they just don't even start because it's daunting because there's so much. So even just like picking a room or picking a closet to start with, like, okay, I'm going to do this whole coat closet today. And then, tomorrow I'll start on a different room or closet or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. Even like, okay, I'm gonna do this Saturday, and next Saturday I'm gonna do this, or
Yeah.
whatever. Like certain things with the kids, I have to have them be able to try things on. Like, okay, does this fit? No, move on to the next. So, just okay, I'm gonna do this with him today, and tomorrow, I'll do Breckland's or whatever. Yeah, but I think trying to do it all in one day is unrealistic.
I think it's definitely easier for me now with no kids living in the house because, like you said, when you guys lived there, it would be like, okay, you got to try on all your clothes. And, so it's a longer process where now it's just, I have to say to Adam, Kate, you haven't worn this forever. You're not going to, you don't wear this brand anymore. It's going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you guys know me, I am very organized. I have dividers even in my big kitchen drawers that separate, here I have these and here I have this kitchen stuff and here I have this kitchen stuff because I hate just one big drawer with all of it in there. In each of my closets, I have cute little totes that have labels on them that, yes, if people open my closets, they think I'm a nut job, but I love it. I love like opening it and looking at just all the totes lined up nice. Even the grandkids' toys, they're all in their totes and they're labeled. So I might be a little bit overboard, but it makes me so happy. So whatever. I let Adam be in charge of his hunting closet, and that's about it. And even at one time I was like, okay, babe. He like held on to apple boxes for some reason. Not like apples that you eat.
Luis too.
Remember? I sent you guys pictures.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. All the boxes. I'm like, yes, what are you doing with all these boxes?
Mm-hmm.
So he did purge those. And I was like, let's get you some manly totes and you can organize it the way you want. But like every time I have to put something in this closet, it gives me anxiety. So he does have it organized the way he wants it. And I just try and stay out of that. Actually, now when I have to wash his hunting clothes, because I have to wash them a specific way, I just hang them up on the door in the office and so he can put them away. So I don't even have to open that closet. Then I just don't have to think about it.
You're funny. Even with the toys, it's hilarious. You have them all organized in their totes, and the kids destroy it all. And as soon as we get ready to leave, she's in there dumping it all out and separating everything back to the totes.
It's so stupid, I know, but it makes me so happy inside.
Every time I try and organize Brixton's like closet, he has one of those plastic drawers that have like 3 drawers.
Yeah.
And I'll do it, and literally within like 30 minutes, he'll throw stuff out trying to find a specific dino, and then I have to throw it all back in. And I'm like, why do I do this? Why do I even take the hour to organize his stuff?
Yeah, I'm the same way. When we got back from Christmas with all Ava's Barbie crap in a big-ass house, I got a separate tote just for the Barbie stuff. And took forever, separating everything, even her old Barbie stuff from the new. And her and Brecca went in there and within 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm never doing this again because and it hurts my back.
I feel like if you are overwhelmed, like you said, starting small, like there's no way you're going to get it all done in a day. So, start with, hey, I'm going to get this drawer done even, my dresser drawers. I'm going to get those done today. You do have to start small. I've been in homes before where they've actually hired me to come in and organize their stuff. And walking in, I remember walking into somebody's like craft room, and it was a ginormous craft room, like my living room kitchen area. It was huge house. But I remember even being like, holy shit, where do I start here? Because I was so overwhelmed walking into it. I'm like, yeah, I can see how people just get so overwhelmed that they don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
But I feel like you just have to pick a spot and just start.
Go.
Yeah.
or it's never going to get done, you know? Even like closets, like I love organizing, like white, cream, brown, and then I do the rainbow and then gray, black.
That's
And that's how all of our closets are. I have dresses in one, shorts in another, pants in another, tank tops, long sleeve, t-shirts. But it's just, you walk in and it's like, oh,
you know where to
that's
find
what heaven looks like. It's so organized in heaven for me. But you do have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you haven't worn it in a year, you probably won't wear it.
Probably not.
And people always need good donated stuff. I love to donate to Big Brother, Big Sister because I just feel like that's such a good, worthy cause, and it makes me happy to take buttloads of clothes over there and drop them in that box.
or donate to your friends, see if they want some of your stuff, or if you have baby stuff. I was just saying that like all my baby stuff that it is still like perfect quality and a lot of it's expensive. I'm just going to give it to friends so that they can have it if they want, and if they don't, then they can take it wherever they want. But even like Facebook, there's so many moms in need of baby stuff who don't have much money to spend. And there's so many people that would be so grateful for, even used stuff like,
Yeah.
When the twins were little, we had a lady that lived by us that had twin boys, and they were like a year or two younger than Karsten Brax, but born the same season. So I just they were struggling at the time, and I just gave her everything. And she loved that, I mean, I always ask you guys when I clean out my closet, okay, me and Caitlin FaceTime, you come look, what do you want? And then the rest goes out, but yeah, it can always be used somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about the hacking.
What do you think is the most satisfying space to organize? Your closet?
I think a closet or a pantry.
Yeah.
My pantry always takes me forever.
I know.
Yeah.
It does take a long time.
You just did yours too.
Yeah. And it did. It took forever because I want to pull everything off and look at all, the expiration dates on.
All down.
Yes, wipe everything down and yeah.
Do you guys feel like mental clutter is real?
Yeah.
I think so too.
For sure. The overthinking of it all and with us traveling, I know you talked about this when you came home from Florida, but I have like such bad traveler's anxiety. And I was trying to explain it to Adam because Adam just is like, don't think about it, but I feel like especially with the kid's dad passing away, it changes something in you. And every time I leave, I'm like, what happens if something happens to me? They've already lost a parent. What happens if they lose Adam and I, And so I'm like sick the day before we leave for somewhere. And it's a freaking joke. I told him when we came home from the Bahamas, I said, I need to go do some energy work and get rid of this because that's bullshit. Like, I hate it. But
yeah, but it's hard.
I feel like, I sit and overthink, which is so dumb.
I just feel like,
I mean, I think it's valid though.
yeah,
but I can't control it.
Yeah.
No. I think that's what's so funny though about people who tell you just not to think about it. It's like, obviously you've never been in this spot because I've never had a fear of flying or anything like that. I was like fearless as a child. It's like, seriously, my mom and dad always talk about it. They're like, you would do anything and everything. But once you have kids, I feel like everything changes. Like I think I told you about it on the way home from Florida. I was like so damn anxious about it. And I was like so terrified to fly. I feel like lately, like there's plane crashes every week or there's this, that, and the other. And then we got stranded in Texas. And I was like, my God, please just get me home. I remember right when we touched ground in St. George, I was like, I'm never getting on a plane again.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling. It's horrible.
Yeah, flying gives me anxiety in general. I think the last time that we did it with all of the kids at Christmas, that was too much for me. I was like, I'm not doing that again.
No.
When you have 25 kids, it's hard to fly.
Maybe
Yeah.
when they're older, but like to constantly be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, it's not worth it.
I don't even have to count my kids and it stresses me out.
Yeah, it's not worth the anxiety.
Do you feel like carrying other people's emotions is a clutter in your mind?
hmm I don't know if I would call it a clutter, but yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like when you have all these different things that take up space, like that, other people's emotions take up space and this and that, then it becomes just a big jumbled mess.
Stress? Yeah. What are ways that you guys feel you can get rid of that or declutter?
We have like a giant, because we have kind of like, I guess, our office space, if that's what you want to call it, in our bedroom with our desk. And we have actually two like big whiteboards up above our desk, but we're constantly, like every single day, writing things down, for the week or for the day, and it's constantly changing, checking things off, changing things, wins for the day. But I think that helps, and checking it all the time.
I think the biggest thing for me, and I know I've talked about this on the podcast before and just like on my own social media, is I think there's plenty of reasons why people go to the gym, but for me, it 100% is for my mental health. Of course, the plus is, you get in shape and you get more confident in yourself, but I feel so much better when I get to the gym. And if I'm able to get to the gym in the morning, that makes my day 10 times better. But if I can't get to the gym in the morning, like even the evening, I just feel like it gives you like a breath of fresh air. Like sometimes days you just feel like you're holding your breath all day long because you're just like so overstimulated. You have so much going on. And I feel like the gym for me is the one place where I'm like, okay, like I can take a breath and I can, it can be my hour where I just get to decompress and do whatever.
hmm I agree. Something about it too is like, if you don't, it feels like your whole day is just thrown off
Mm-hmm.
at this point. Especially if I don't do it in the morning, then I'm like, everything else is just.
I feel like morning is better for us too because even though it's so early, it gets me up and going
Mhm.
to where I can get all my other stuff done early. Where if that's skipped, like today, I didn't get up and go because I feel like crap and I don't want to get other people sick there. But it just such a slower start to my morning. My whole morning routine gets shifted back a few hours and it just, I don't know, it's kind of a mess. I feel like that's a great one though. Even going to the gym, going outside and taking a walk is such a good,
Sunshine. Yeah.
clear, mind clearer.
It doesn't have to be a walk. Just to sit in the sunshine just does something.
Oh,
Agreed. Agreed.
we're going to take the kids to the pool today and I'm just so excited. I'm like, I hope I get a sunburn.
That sounds nice.
The first sunburn of the season declutters my mind.
Yeah.
Journaling's a good one for me, at
Yeah.
least. Yeah. Even like taking a break from social media. I feel like a lot of times that can help.
hmm
Really?
Also, you have to learn to let go of the things that you cannot control. I had to tell myself that for a long time until it finally clicked. Like, if I have no control over it, then it does not need to take up space in my mind.
Right. Even today, like with the showings that we're having at our house, and this is so dumb, which people are going to laugh at this, but honestly, me and Chasen, like when we do showings, we have wanted our house to pretty much look like it's never been lived in. And I've been doing it myself the last 2 days that we've had showings. And finally today, I was like literally about ready to lose my mind. And I was like, okay, my house is probably going to be the cleanest one that they're going to see anyways. And I just need to like stop freaking out. The house is not going to be absolutely perfect. People live here, and that's okay. It's okay to look like, honestly, I was, this is what I was so frustrated about, was the fact that I had just vacuumed Brixton's room and he walked in it. I was so butthurt because I'm like, oh, now there's like little footprints. And I was like, okay, why am I freaking out about footprints on the carpet? Like, people live here, and sometimes you just need to remember that it's okay. Like, I can't control the fact that Brixton wanted to walk in his room and I don't have time to re-vacuuming it. And why am I going to get so upset over something like that? Which sounds so dumb, but seriously, today I was like, okay, I need to check myself because this is ridiculous.
Girl, if you had seen some of the homes that I have taken clients to, you would like just die.
I can imagine, honestly, like even some of like the listing photos, because there's so many homes for sale in our neighborhood that I've seen, like the ones in our neighborhood, and I'm like,
Holy
oh
crap.
my gosh, like they took pictures with their house like this, which
Right.
judgment-free zone, but I am judging.
It is not a judgment-free zone. That's bullshit.
Well, if your agent didn't tell you to clean your house before that too, then
Yeah, I would say every single person besides what's his bucket that came into my house has said, "Oh my gosh, this house is so clean," and whatever, like, which is a good feeling. Like, it's a good feeling to know that when people come in their house, they know that they're like in a clean environment.
It's funny you brought him up because Adam went yesterday to pick up some stuff from the Can-Am, and he told Adam, he's like, I think we told this story on here, didn't we?
I don't think so. My
Somebody
house.
came. Yeah,
You want me to tell it?
sure.
Okay, guys. We've been trying to sell our house for a couple of months. We gutted our entire house in December, like carpet, all the flooring, literally pretty much everything besides like our cabinets and countertop. Well, even our cabinets were redone. Anyways, I have a dog, and he's a big dog, but I keep my house very clean. Like, most people would never even know I have a dog besides his freaking nose print on windows and stuff. But like I said, we've had tons of showings, and usually you get feedback from the agents, and they'd be like, the client said how clean the home was and how well it showed or how good it smelled. There was two showing things that said like how good my house smelled. So anyways, this guy came to a showing. Chasen's cousin was actually the agent showing him, and he didn't know that it was our house until he had walked in, and I'm assuming he saw like our family pictures and stuff in the house. Anyways, we got the feedback from him, and it had said that they thought the house was pretty, but it wasn't for them because they didn't love the black countertops, and that it smelled like dog, which I was so pissed off about this because I know my house doesn't smell like dog. And I know that Mindy, of all people, would tell me if my house smelled like dog.
yeah.
True.
And I'm like, so I told Chase, and I'm like, why does that bug me so bad? I'm like, he can just say he's not interested. Like, why is he going to lie and say it smells like dog? Which the only reason he even knows we have a dog is, because he knows us personally. Like, we take the dog out every single time we have showings. The dog's not there. But yeah, I was like all butthurt about the fact that he thought or says my house smelled like dog.
Well, you gotta
A dog house smelling girl.
you gotta tell people too, because last time we talked about your house, it was under contract. So fill them in on that really quick.
Oh yeah, so we did go under contract. And then it ended up falling through because apparently the people that were going to buy our house are in some sort of lawsuit. So they were unable to purchase the house because they, ended up having to pay way more for this lawsuit. So now we're back on the market and having to keep showing our house. It's been a huge pain in the butt. But
Yes.
So Adam went to pick up some stuff from him yesterday, and the guy that said her house smelled like dog. And he was like, yeah, I guess Jason's all butthurt with me, because I said his house smells like dog. I said, "Did you tell Adam, yeah, because you're full of shit? Because if that house smelled like dog, my wife would be like, ew, your house smells like dog. Do something about it."
Stupid.
I thought it was funny that he brought it up.
Yeah, because Jason brought it up to him. I'm like, why would you say that? I just think the best part about the fact is that like I said, we remodeled everything. So even if it smelled like dog previously, like our carpet's been ripped out, our floors have been ripped out, like everything's
Your
been ripped
paint
out.
was redone.
Yeah, like it don't smell like dog, and it never has.
Yeah.
We'll spare you guys the comments that Mindy said about him.
It was probably the truth.
Oh man.
I feel like a lot of people struggle with, like overbooking yourself or feeling obligated to do everything, like saying yes when you don't want it. And then they're so burnt out. So, what do you feel like are some ways to declutter your schedule?
I think sometimes people will say, no to something because they don't want to or they don't have time to, but then they feel like they have to almost come up with an excuse as to why they can't do certain thing or whatever. And it's okay to just say no with zero explanation. And I think people remember that you don't have to have an explanation as to why you don't want to go somewhere or do something. A simple no is where it can end.
Yeah, and I think people think that if they just say no and leave it at that, like they're being rude and they don't want to be rude. But yeah, it's important to remember that protecting your time, protecting your peace, and simply saying no is not rude.
Yeah.
Well, and with me, for instance, with my autoimmune stuff, which we don't talk about, but I have lupus and Hashimoto's, and my lungs really suck. I have 50% lung usage, and they're not quite sure why. It might be because of my lupus. It might be from damage from previous pneumonia and bronchitis. So I have to go get this really expensive shot every 4 weeks to try and help strengthen my lungs, and I'm also on an inhaler. So basically, Adam always says my warranty's up, which kind of is, but I do my best to try and stay healthy. But there's times that if I overschedule, a big part of my lupus is making sure that I am on point with my sleep. If I don't get the sleep I need and I'm pushing myself, I will have a flare up and feel like shit. So to me, that is so important. And if I feel like I'm about ready to burn out, I have to say no. Even if it's to something, simple, going to lunch or doing dinner with people, if I know that it is better for my body to stay home and rest, I have to say no. And most people, I guess now more people will know than any people have ever known, because I don't talk about it, because I don't link that to me. I know that sounds weird, but I am not these freaking diseases, but I just have to say no, and I don't explain, because I don't want to get into, oh, I have this and this and this and I'm falling apart. Like, that's not what I want to be known for. I want to be known for like this strong, healthy, even though I may not be like the healthiest person. That's so stupid. Have a real problem with this. But I do have to say no at times, and I just have to learn that, you know what? I don't need to explain. I just, no is no,
Yep.
I feel like a lot of times with your schedule, I listen to Andy Frisella a lot. I really like him, and he has this thing where you do like five daily tasks, your very most important things that need to get done. And those are your top priorities, is those 5 things. And then everything else, if you get it done, great. If you don't, move it to your next day, but those 5 critical tasks need to be done every day, whatever it may be. And I feel like if people have a hard time with their schedule, that's a great thing to implement, okay, here's my top 5 things that I need to get done today. And that's a win for the day. If you get, make sure they get done and move on. Don't overschedule. I think that's easier for me than a lot of you people with little kids that are in this sport and this activity, and you're going here, there, and everywhere. I feel like the burnout is probably a lot more real for younger parents. Well, parents that have younger kids at home.
Yeah. That's a big reason that we have, our boards up in our room is, our top 3 wins are what is going to make us money today? What is going to help us succeed today? Like the top 3 most important things that need to be done that day. I also think people get being busy, and being busy does not always mean being productive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people really need that reminder. I need a sneeze. It's like brewing right here in my nose.
I hate that.
Oh,
But you,
yeah, I have seen it firsthand. I mean, I think we've all seen it at some point from someone that we all know. But it's so funny because sometimes when someone will tell me how busy they are, and then they tell me the things that they're busy with, I'm like, do we realize that this is not productivity? Is that a word?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's funny, but it is what it is.
You can be really busy scrolling on social media.
Yeah.
You can be busy watching a show. You can be busy doing a lot of things. It's just everybody's busy is not the same. And yes, busy does not mean productive.
Yeah.
It's so funny when you said on our board, like, what's going to make us money today? Last night when me and Chasen were getting in the shower, he had just barely landed 3, like, he went under contract for 3 new jobs yesterday, which is crazy.
Wow.
Anyways, he said, yeah, I got 3 new jobs today. And I said, oh, does that? Well, actually, the story started because he said, I saw you went on a shopping spree. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, I saw that you bought stuff from Define, which is like a gym brand. He's like, what'd you get? And I was like, oh, I just got some shorts and a long sleeve. And he's like, you only got 2 items for that much money? It was like $100 or something. And I said, well, I found a discount. I said, Sarah has a discount code. So it was $20 off or whatever it was. And I said, you only got 1 tattoo for $1,500? That's super stupid. I got 2 items for $100. But then he said he got 3 new jobs, and I said, oh, perfect. I get to go on 3 more shopping sprees. We're going to do a rapid fire cleaning edition. Okay. We're going to start with closet clean out or junk drawer first.
Closet.
Yeah, I'm going to say closet.
Me too. I feel like closet takes more time, but yeah, I will put the junk drawer off for the rest of my life.
Chasen is actually a really good junk drawer cleaner. I hate the junk drawer. I'd rather let that thing rot.
Yeah, me
Do you
too.
think everybody has a junk drawer?
Besides you, yeah.
I feel like I had a drunk drawer. I might be drunk right now. I feel like I had a junk drawer when you guys were younger.
Yeah, but you made us clean it, so.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't.
Our junk drawer is like random stuff, like a lighter or the mail keys, like that stupid shit that you don't really have anywhere to put besides the junk drawer.
Yeah.
Keep it just in case or toss it?
Toss it.
I'm going to keep it just in case for a while, a few times, and then I'll toss it.
I'm going to toss it.
Label maker, yes or no?
Yes.
I don't have one.
I don't have one, but I want having a new house. I would love to like label stuff and get it even more organized. I literally have no storage in my house right now. It sucks so bad.
I'm sure we could both borrow yours. I'm sure you have 1 or 2.
I don't have a label maker. I just have those little slides that you write with the chalk marker,
Oh, yeah. Which is essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
They're just handwritten labels.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like to have a to-do list or just wing it?
To-do list.
I do too.
Same. Cancel plans or power through them?
I guess it depends on what it is. Like if it's something that we've been planning for a long time and like something like that, then I would probably power through it. But if it was just like go to a movie or something like that, then I would probably just cancel it.
We don't have a ton of plans outside like work and kids stuff, so it's not much for me to cancel. They let it go quickly or overthink everything. I think I overthink to an extent.
Yeah, me too.
I think it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Some things I can let go, some things I overthink. So
Yeah.
Phone break or social media scroll.
I feel like I put my phone down a lot now. I suck at social media anymore. I really do.
Yeah.
Like my Bahamas trips, I have so many beautiful pictures because the photographer was there, shared all his pictures, and I haven't even freaking posted yet.
I know, I've been so shocked.
I did post yesterday. Yeah, but the longer it goes, I'm like, what? Oh, 3 weeks out. I'm going to
I
post.
saw someone do a Christmas photo dump the other day, so
I never even posted our Christmas pictures.
No, you didn't. I did.
I'm gonna. Here's my last year, guys.
Might as well. I've seen people do it.
Digital clutter or house clutter worse?
House clutter is worse. But I really have like 57,000 pictures on my phone and emails and all of the things. And I'm always like, oh, I gotta delete all this screenshots and random photos they would took of like my feet and the side of my face and stuff. But
yeah, I'm bad about that too. Like randomly I'll get in bed and start deleting stuff and then I'm like, okay, this is too long.
I don't have time for this.
After Piper passed away and I moved and I came to watch the kids' soccer game, that whole entire flight, because I was looking at pictures of her, but I started going through my phone and like organizing into different categories and getting rid of shit. Like just what you said, like you find something cute and you screenshot it, or make this and you screenshot it, you know? So yeah, I started cleaning it out and I got to, I mean, within the last year, but I need to finish. Messy car or messy house?
Eesh.
Messy car.
Yeah. Minimalist or sentimental?
Minimalist.
Yep.
I try to be, but like Nixon will bring something home that he did at school, and it's like not even anything important. I'm like, oh, that's great. There's like a stack of them over there now. And then he'll see it in the trash a week later, and he'll be like all upset about it.
Have you seen those books that you can make where you just...
It's like not like an arts and crafts project. It's like he did a crossword at school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you just need to stuff them down in the trash further.
Sally asked me the next week, hey, where's that at? I want to look back over it.
Well, then maybe you just need to keep a tote for next and throw it away every year.
It's in your room, son.
All right, I'm closing us out. Sometimes we hold on to things, habits, or even thoughts that no longer serve us. Spring is a good reminder that it's okay to let those things go and to just start fresh. Get rid of your junk. Just start over.
This week's tip is to pick one space in your life that feels clutter, whether it's your closet, your mind, your calendar, and reset it. You don't have to do everything at once. Start small. Small changes can make a big difference in the way you feel every day.
Yeah. Well, thank you for hanging out with us on today's episode of She Who Thrives. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. I think that's right. We will be back next Wednesday with a brand new episode, but until then, remember, no matter what you're doing, do it to the best of your ability and always strive to thrive. Adios.
Bye.